Welcome to a ShopFloorConnect training video. In this video, we are going to show how to set up your calendars. Navigate to the calendars in the administrator menu. As you can see, we do not have a calendar assigned to our main site, so let's create one. Start by going up and selecting the Start of Day and Week tab. Once there, you can see we have all three of our sites, and each have an edit icon next to them. Select one to edit the site. For these fields, we want to define what time our day starts and what time and what day our week starts. This will affect the relative ranges throughout SFC. Lastly, enter in the schedule start date and end date if needed. You do not need to enter in an end date. Hit save when done. You can do this not only for each site, but if your areas or machines within the areas have different start times, you can set them up here by selecting the arrow icon to the left. If your areas are different, then create area calendars. If you have machines that have different schedules, then you can set those start times here and create calendars specifically for them that will override the area and site calendars. You can even have every machine have its own calendar instead of having an area or site calendar. If everything is the same as the site, you only need to enter in the site information. Next, let's go to the Interval tab. Here you can create as many intervals as needed. By default, you'll have these 3 shifts already that you can change or remove. To create a new interval, select the New Interval button. Enter in a name, the operational status, and what color to display as. When done, select Save. These can be edited or deleted. Now, let's move on to the Schedule Template tab. Here we'll start to create our template for our calendar. Select the New Schedule button. Enter in the name and a description. For our schedule, you can create 1 week repeating or add more weeks if each week is different. If they are the same every week, stay with the default of 1 week. We need to equal a total of 168 hours. Start by selecting the shift dropdown and select your first shift. Then select the days dropdown and choose which days this shift will be on. Finally, enter in the start and end time of that shift. As you do, you will see the template start to fill up. Now let's add our second shift. Select the days it's on, and enter in the start and stop time for it. We have an overtime shift that happens only on Fridays, so let's add that unique shift in as well. And define its time frame on Friday. Now we have all our running shifts filled in. We need to fill in all the other time with off shift. To do that, select Add Shift again and choose Off Shift. Because our second shift ends at 11 p.m., we need to start the off shift at 11 p.m. and have it end at the beginning of the first shift on the next day. Because this goes into the following day, make sure to check off next day or it will not show. Since our weekend is all off shift, we can finish this by entering in the last off shift for Saturday and Sunday. Make sure to start with the end of the morning off shift at 7 a.m. and go all the way to Monday morning at 7 a.m. Since this goes into the next day, make sure to check off the next day box. Once you have a total of 168 hours, it is completed. Select Save. Now we have our schedule template for our main shop floor site. You can create as many of these as you would like, and these can be edited or deleted. Now, let's go back to the Calendar tab. Make sure to select the correct site from the filter. Here you can see I have a specific calendar for the Minster 300 ton. But we want to assign this template to the whole site, not just one machine or area. Make sure to choose just the site and have the area and machine filters empty. Currently, the calendar has 168 empty hours. And you can change how to view the calendar by selecting month, week, day, or lists view. To assign the template, select the New button on the top right. Then select the template you would like to apply. Enter in the start date and end date if needed. If you do not have an end date, check off Never Ends and select Save. If you need to change your calendar, you can by deleting the existing intervals in the calendar. Make sure your filters are set to the correct site, area, or machine. Then set it to month view as it is easier to navigate. Select the first interval to delete. This brings up that interval menu. Scroll to the bottom of the menu. If you want to delete from this day forward, select this and all future shifts. That will delete the interval for that day and all future shifts. If you want to historically delete the calendar to add in a new one, select this, past and future shifts. That will remove that interval for all shifts in the past and future. After selecting the desired choice, select delete, not save. Do this for all shifts. And then add in the new schedule template. That is an overview of calendars in ShopFloorConnect. If you have any questions, please contact us at support@shopfloorconnect.com.